the Jack and Jill bathroom. Come in and take a look. So in this space, it's quite a dark room, so we layered a lot of light. So you can see over here, we did the light to light up the bath and the artwork. Just to give the space a bit of depth, I did an antique etched mirror and a little sketch by Colin Middleton. So that kind of makes that wall a bit more interesting. We did a large slab marble that has the rusty vein to tie in with the brass. And then we did like a dado rail around it just to finish it and paint the walls. So we color drenched the walls in here just to give it a little bit of warmth. And you'll notice behind me, to frame out the window, we did a stepped marble architrave. And we have also matched that with the marble architraves around the two doors in the space. And the door you just came through goes to the hall, and this door goes back into a bedroom. So it's Jack and Jill style. The vanity we made bespoke. We did a lovely, it's like a smoked kind of oak color. So it's nice and warm and quite earthy in the space. And then we picked a marble to tie in with the tiles that we bought. So we did this lovely white marble, a nice big mirror, wall taps. You'll notice underneath the vanity, we did some light, and we have that on a sensor. So if you use it at nighttime, when you walk in, it turns on. You don't have to turn on all the lights to go to the bathroom and use the bathroom. And then in the shower area, to differentiate on the chevron floor, we did like a trim of marble, and that kind of closes in the space. And then on the actual shower itself, we have a bull-nosed marble shelf, a subtle bit of lighting just to light up the shower space, and then beside the shower, another micro piece of little art here just for a little bit of visual detail on the walls. This is one of the guest bedrooms downstairs. Lovely, generous sized room, and quite a dark room. There isn't a ton of natural light in here, so we wanted to lean into some warmer colors. So we color drenched the walls in a kind of a beigey undertone. We did these side tables. They have marble on top, brass and wood. On the bed, we bespoke made a headboard, again in a lovely, warm, earthy linen. A nice piece of original art by Samuel Walsh, the Irish artist. Some decorative bespoke cushions that kind of bring in a little bit of color. I love this fabric, actually, it's one of my favorites. And then a bespoke throw that brings in like a gold kind of mustard, but also a very subtle pink undertone in that. Woven sisal rug to warm up the space. And then the other thing in here is we did wardrobes that are bespoke made. They're in a dark oak, and we did a brass inlay detail on them. On the other side of the room then, what you will see is a detail that I quite like, which is we did like a pelmet around the curtains. So have a look at this. So just to make this wall interesting, we've done a pelmet, we've wrapped the coving around it, and then I found this beautiful fabric that has like our earthy colors coming through and a little bit of pattern just to give a lift to this side of the room. So they're quite fun. And then we did a pair of picture lights in brass over a couple of original pieces of art that I found. And then the part I love about this room so much is the outside here. It's such a nice little spot. So we added this cool contemporary bench, and it's just a really lovely space, and there feels like a lovely connection to the outside courtyard too. This is the primary bedroom upstairs. So the client didn't know if they wanted upstairs or downstairs, and I think, you know, both are beautiful. You get probably more of a view outside in this room, so that makes it quite nice. So this room we wanted an element of fresh colour because the other bedroom was so neutral downstairs, really, apart from the little pop of colour in the cushions. So we did a chest that has these perspex handles, which I think are quite cool and contemporary, and a shagreen type finish on the drawers. Then I have some nice pieces styled. So a Viola marble lamp. These are quite unusual, and I thought the colour was perfect in the room. They're by an artist, I think his name is Jim Turner, I'll double check, but they're beautiful and really textured, and the colour was ideal in this room. This is a little sculpture I picked up by Émilie Armagnac, made in 1989, has the beautiful glass and the Carrara marble underneath. So, sorry, not glass, brass. I'm tired today. So I just love those little pieces that tell a story. The other beautiful thing about this room is it obviously has this gorgeous view. We wanted to create a nice little framing to the view for the clients. So what we did was a pair of swivel chairs. So it's handy, you can face into the room or you can face out to the view. It's a lovely space for coffee in the morning. The curtains we actually did pretty neutral, but we tied in the little bit of like it's like a sea green on the trim, which is quite nice as it ties into the bed area. We have another one of these beautiful sculptural pieces. You can see the colors here are just stunning. So that's a lovely little piece. Travertine side table. This is actually an outdoor piece, but I love mixing indoor and outdoor and just using it for what you want. So you could actually use this outside. It's a lovely solid piece of travertine, and travertine reminds me a little bit of like sand, so I feel like it's perfect in the space. So that's this area. Let's talk about the bed area. So over here I found this incredible fabric, quite linear and geometric. I just thought it was really fun. So we bespoke made this. It's quite a weighty piece, but I feel like it finishes the bed so nicely, and it's such a nice quality material. So you can see the color scheme in this throw as well. And just to break up the geometrics, we used these pretty floral cushions and did some nice fringing detail on those. The bed has that shagreen detail on it, and we did a wallpaper that is a woven wallpaper that has that little bit of color coming through again. And with those, because they're a natural material, you do actually see the joins in them. So that's part of the character of it, and it's part of the uniqueness of it. I love it, but I know that that could potentially bother some people. But I actually have a wallpaper like this in my own bedroom in a darker color, and I love the weave, I love the natural materials. So I thought that worked well in the space. The bedside tables have that shagreen finish again, and these table lamps are beautiful and very fresh in the space, quite sculptural as well, so that makes them visually interesting. And yeah, that's this bedroom upstairs. I'm next going to show you the primary ensuite, and as we go in there, we're going to go through the walk-in wardrobe of this space. So in here, you'll notice in this reveal, I've done the little uplighters because, again, a dark space. And then I've left one side of the walk-in wardrobe open with a light, so it lights up the space nicely as well. And then I've closed the other side in a washed oak with beautiful brass handles. And then I found this rug that ties in well with the color scheme and just brings a little bit of color to an otherwise very neutral space. And this is the primary ensuite. So this is a nice space because it's got an abundance of light, which is beautiful. I chose Breccia Capraia marble for this room. So it has this lovely purple vein running through. So I did that on the vanity, the Bespoke vanity. We did the nice thick top on it. We actually found these lovely marble and brass handles on this, which I think breaks up the oak quite nicely. We have some nice feature lighting and mirror over the vanity area. And the other notable thing in here is around the door, I did the stepped architrave detail in marble, which I think is quite nice, just to break up the door from the wall space. The bath is a real moment in here because you come up the steps into the bath, and we raise the bath in here because the view is special. So it would be nice to sit in the bath and take the view in. So we actually made a real statement from the steps. We did the curved detail and used that same marble on the steps. But then for the main floor, we actually used a limestone effect porcelain tile in a warm color. On the back wall, we did a white tile, and then we capped the wall with the marble again. And in this bathroom, it was a tricky one to design actually, because we couldn't go up any higher than here. So we worked with the angles and created a lovely, generous shower space. In the shower space, you can see we've done a tile, but actually we've run the tile up onto the ceiling as well, and right the way down the other side. We did a really generous size marble block seat. So it's perfect for showering if you want to sit down, but there's still an abundance of space if you want to stand up. And we have the his and hers marble niches as well in the shower space, and obviously this incredible solid marble floor, which speaks for itself, I suppose. Now we're in a guest bedroom upstairs. Again, great window size in this room. So we added a little velvet tub chair that swivels and a floor lamp that has a bit of brass. We did the wardrobes with the nice brass detailed handles. We did the warm linen curtains to warm up the room. And then we made a bespoke throw that's quite fun from Schumacher fabrics. They have the most incredible fabrics, I love them. And then some statement lamps on the bedside tables. Now I'm going to let you have a look at two of the small bedrooms in the house. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoy it. We will have more videos coming, so I hope to share more projects with you really soon.